As promised, I'm going to show you a few GameStop charts as well as some tin that we got with Buck posting tonight on X. Coming into tomorrow, I'm extremely hyped and I will be on Catalyst watch going forward. Now, we recently covered a couple stocks, USAU, which has done extremely well, as well as WGYF, also done extremely well. And now I'm bringing one today very briefly. Rio Grande Resources, ticker symbol RGRLF. As you guys can see, this is probably the newest company that I have covered, along with one of the cheapest companies that I've covered with only a $14 million market cap, trading at 33 cents. This stock could move very, very quickly. So be careful with these plays. And as always, do your own due diligence. This is a new exploration company incorporated in 2024, focused on high grade gold and silver projects in New Mexico, USA. They're also a junior exploration company, meaning that they are an acquisition target. And their main focus, again, is on gold and silver, which have been rallying. Their main property is the Winston project, over 3,000 acres in multiple historic mines, and claims that they are going to research, rediscover, and possibly come out with some good news, which is the catalyst looking forward that we are watching. Now, here is all of their past catalysts that we have seen over the past year or so, and we see that they were recently approved and listed on the OTC markets, on the US OTC markets. Down here, we can see that they recently, in this month, hired a marketing team to push their stock, and I'm actually bringing it to your attention before a lot of this ends up rolling out. So shout out to my subscribers. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. We are looking ahead at the results from the Winston project that they have going on now. This is a near-term driver that could validate high-grade gold and silver potential, and also de-risk the company and kind of get them propelled away from trading at 33 cents, right? Strong grades would de-risk the project, justify drill targeting, and trigger the next phase of growth, which essentially is what they need. So when we get that news, that catalyst news, that will likely take the stock into a new phase. If you're positioned in before then, you can ride that phase. And if the results are possibly bad, however, it's trading in a historically well district, right? Historically well mines and claims. Likely good, but I can't say anything for sure. Nothing is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. GameStop is the next thing that we are talking about. And as promised from earlier, I said that I will take a look at some charts later. And that is exactly what we are doing. People are worried about this little sell-off that GameStop had today. However, not to alarm you, take a look at the chart that I have drawn out for you right here. You can see that everything is playing out identically to what we have had in the past. We've got this climb higher right here, climb higher right here. Then we got this initial dip, right? Initial dip in the chart. And then we got the climb back to chop trade, climb back to chop trade, hold time, and then we have this spike and the sell-off, right? Spike, sell-off. What does that mean, Lottery Stacks? Well, that is why I said I'm going to be on Catalyst Watch, is because following this, coming the next day, we saw a gap up on the open, which would essentially bring GameStop gapping over 27.50, opening over 27.50 and climbing higher based off of possibly some sort of news. But looking at a couple of different charts, this is the weekly time frame, you can see we are pressing up against resistance. And we also have been trying to absorb the sellers in this sell block right here. And I'm surprised at how strong GameStop is showing itself to be, pressing up on this huge sell block from 26 to 30 bucks, trying to absorb it as best as possible. The next candle likely, in my opinion, to break above and kind of eat away at this entire zone. And a closer look on the daily, we can see that GameStop got a slight rejection right here, now built a candle off of this descending support level, which was resistance, and priming us for that next move, hopefully opening above 27.50 tomorrow. Again, gap fill at 28.45, and we do have some other resistance levels to watch as well. Now, GameStop Power Packs posted this, and there's a lot of tin that goes into this. First of all, deep in the picture, we can see that Buck is crossed out with GME. And then we have error code 404. Now, just to give some context, they also posted a couple other things, so we'll talk about that in a second. But let's take a look at this possible tin. And does not wish to disclose whether it has requested information, which might mean they have good information they can't share yet, which is where he pulled this from Wikipedia, it looks like. But that is possibly GameStop holding on to a catalyst, right? It could also mean that the link is broken, meaning the link between the shorted shares and the borrow locates, kind of reaching, right? But then this is kind of interesting. The game Buck the Bunny is playing is red, which might mean GameStop is a little red today, but we will be back tomorrow, which is kind of what we are seeing. Please wait while we fix the machine. So we go on, we saw this as well, and then we saw them post this a little bit later. Buck the Bunny posted not on, and it's stuck on. So this could mean a couple of different things. First, we could say Uno reverse, because not on is the same backwards as it is forwards, right? Or you could say that, okay, the machine is on, now it's back on, and it's going to stay on. It's not going to go off anymore, which you could correlate possibly to the charts. They also posted, shit, here we go again, that meme from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the OG San Andreas. That game was fire. But obviously they are talking about something else that they quoted. So again, all of the tin is a little bit of a reach, but we know something's happening, and it's something big, and it's something good, and it's also going to align with the charts. On top of that, the fundamentals. GameStop's Power Packs have been selling out every time they are released very, very quickly. And they're still not even released to the open public yet, which is huge for the company. As far as AMC goes, the chart still lining up perfectly, waiting for a gap higher. I would watch for a gap over 305 to 325 before AMC begins to climb higher. Again, you're kind of just waiting for the volatility to pick up, for the gaps to pick up, and all that other stuff. BlackBerry reports earnings in the morning, and some people taking some calls in the Discord server along with myself on this, willing to see what happens here, hoping for 485 plus in the morning. INTC, Intel, this one continues to climb, and they gained 15.9 billion in total from investments from Nvidia and some other companies. But they also asked Apple to invest in their comeback. We just saw that after hours today. They asked Apple to invest in their comeback. Also, if you want to stretch the tin real far, this could have been very bad. Coke and Mentos possibly exploding straight upwards, right? So figured throw some little bit of tin in the video. But the main concept is this, guys. Disregard all the tin. Just watch the chart. And this is what we're watching. So did I let go of any calls that have went up and then down and then up and then down? No. I'm still holding everything, and I am waiting for the possible big move. If things change, we will be back tomorrow to talk about it. Make sure to join the Discord server and press the link to download my indicator into your TradingView charts, where you can get for 7 days for free. A lot of new people are coming into Discord, and we are very glad to have you guys. You will not regret joining. We have tons of benefits in there. That is it. I love you all. Enjoy the rest of your night. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.